This module is about the notice of violation, or NOV. Those are letters that you get in your mailbox that have red letters on top that say NOV, notice of violation. They also send them over email in this municipality, which is Joshua Tree, San Bernardino County. But this applies to anywhere. I've worked up in Northern California. They also send you NOVs. So notice of violations, you're in violation of a building code or a development code, and you're on their list now, and they want that fixed. If you don't get it fixed, they're gonna fine you every single month until it is fixed. So it is an issue that needs to be addressed. These are some of the most pressing life safety concerns in the eyes of the county, as well as some of the most pressing development concerns in the eyes of the county or town or city. Fill in the blank wherever you live and you're operating, okay? So understand that. The code enforcement team in our municipality, they have badges, they have lights on top of their car. They roll a little bit differently than, say, a building inspector who's gonna come out and take a look at a job site. It's a different energy, different approach. For good reason, as I just outlined, right? Especially the life safety bit. So that's where your NOV is coming from. Now, a notice of violation can be anything from you breaking a rule for your short-term rental permit and you're in violation, or you have a bunch of trash on your property and it's a code violation, or you have somebody sleeping in an RV on the edge of your property for more than 30 days or more than 4 days or whatever it is in your municipality. That could be a violation. It could also be that somebody called and reported that you have a part of your house that wasn't permitted. That's a violation. These violations come in all shapes and sizes, and in this municipality where we are based, they come through complaints only. So they are not staffing these trucks with the lights on them and the people with the badges to look for violations. Instead, they have enough inbound calls of either disgruntled neighbors or somebody who's genuinely worried about the life safety of a structure or of people that are calling in, emailing in, texting in. Okay, so that is where the notice of violations come from. Now, addressing the notice of violations, what I would say is they're human beings that are concerned. They're very concerned, and you're involved in that concernment. You're the responsible party. They want you to take care of it. So they're concerned and they want to see you make some progress. So long as you understand the gravity of your situation and you say, okay, this is a thing, this has to be addressed. If you get into that gear, we'll call it, or that vibration of, okay, absolute alertness, let's make this happen, and you communicate with them, or you hire somebody like us to go ahead and communicate with them, you're good to go. Why are you good to go? Because it's progress. The most important thing that code enforcement officers want to see is that you are making progress to compliance for life safety and compliance for development. Okay, so they are the agitators to make sure that you're moving toward compliance. When you submit permits to solve your notice of violation, you're not submitting them to the Department of Enforcement, right? With the trucks, with the lights and the badges. You're not submitting it to them. You're submitting it to the building department. You're submitting it to the development department. But of course, they are all in conversation. So these are the agitators to make sure that, hey, you got to follow the rules. We understand you're not following the rules. You got to follow them. Again, in this manifested reality, pardon me for the slight digression, but it's applicable. In this manifested reality, one of the gatekeepers is building code. You got to play by those rules. You want to put stuff into the world. You want to put cool projects into the world. You want to extend your house for your family. Great. One of those rules is dealing with the building department, dealing with the development department, dealing with the enforcement department. Okay? So that's a little bit about the dynamics of these different departments, right? The department that issues the notice of violation, what's needed to answer it, a little bit about the mindset that they have when you get in touch with them. Hey, I see a notice of violation, we're on it. Here's the signed, here's a little excerpt from the signed contract we have with this company. They're going to manage it for us. The code enforcement officer is going to say, okay, great, that sounds good. I'll give you an extension, give you a 3-month extension. How's that sound? Okay, great. Make sure you get in touch with me and let me know some progress before that. Okay, sure, you got it. Right, so that's a little bit of the language, that's a little bit of the dynamics behind getting a notice of violation in the mail. Do not sleep on your notice of violation. Those fees will accrue and accrue and accrue. And as I've shared in a previous module, though they're looking out for life safety, the building departments, as well as the development, they need to make money. And a great way to make money, as Albert Einstein has spoken about, is compound interest, right? So I don't know what the compound interest is on those different fees, but I guarantee it's not very good. So steer clear of notice of violations if you can, stay in code compliance. And if not, that's some of the dynamics that you need to know about when approaching resolving an NOV.